हेलो बच्चों, आपका स्वागत है हमारे YouTube चैनल में। आज हम लोग कल के क्लास का रिव्यू करते हुए आगे बढ़ेंगे। कल हमने शुरू किया था क्लास 11 बिजनेस स्टडी सीबीएसई बोर्ड लेसन फर्स्ट बिजनेस एंड इंट्रोडक्शन। अबाउट दिस लेसन फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल we know about human activities. Human activities means any activity which is performed by the human for the fulfillment of his needs is called human activities. These activities are concerned with earning money as well as psychological satisfaction or mental satisfaction. For example, eating, singing, dancing, working, etc. These activities are performed by the human, so these activities are called human activities. Human activities are concerned with earning money as well as psychological satisfaction. On the basis of this, human activities are classified into two parts. There are two types of human activities. These activities are called first economic activities and second non-economic activities. First economic activities, second non-economic activities. First economic activities. Economic activities means the activities which are undertaken by the people with the main object of earning money. So the activities which are undertaken by the people with the main object of earning money is called economic activities. These activities are concerned with production, distribution and exchange of goods and services. Goods and services. The purpose of economic activities is earning money, which is further utilized in creation of wealth or assets. For example, production of goods in a factory, distribution of goods by a wholesaler or retailer, working in factory, practice as a doctor, lawyer or engineer, working as a teacher in a school, etc. These are the examples of economic activities. So in one word we can say that the activities, their main object is earning money. The activities which is performed by the human with the main object of earning money is called economic activities. Second, non-economic activities. The activities which are undertaken by the people with the main object of getting psychological satisfaction, not earning money, but getting psychological satisfaction are called non-economic activity. Example of non-economic activities is going to temple, social service, religious service, patriotic service, etc. The end result of non-economic activities is psychological satisfaction, not earning money for the purpose of creation of wealth. Any activity may be economic activity or may be non-economic activity. It depends upon its nature. If the nature of activity is earning money, then it is called economic activity, or if the nature of activity is psychological satisfaction, that is called non-economic activities. Same activities is economic or same activities is non-economic. For example, a farmer cultivates crops for his family members, then it is called non-economic activities. When the farmer cultivates crops for others, it is called economic activities. Teacher teach in school for the purpose of earning money, so it is called economic activity. Teacher teach his son in his house, then it is called non-economic activity. Non-economic activities because money income is not expected from this activity. Difference between economic activities and non-economic activities. The first difference between both of them, first, motive. The main motive of economic activities is earning money, which is used in creation of wealth. The main motive of non-economic activity is psychological satisfaction, expectation. Money income is expected from these activities. Money income is not expected from these activities. Purpose, creation of wealth. Purpose, creation of psychological satisfaction or getting psychological satisfaction. Outcome, production of goods and services. Outcome, satisfaction, mental or personal. Examples, business, profession and employment. Examples, go to temple, religious service, patriotic service, etc. Now, types of economic activities. Economic activities is further classified into three parts. These activities are called first business, second profession, third employment. So there are three types of economic activities. These are called business, profession and employment. Among these three, first is business. Business refers those activities which are concerned with production, distribution and exchange of goods and services with the main object of earning profit. It's called business. Main objective of the business is earning profit. For example, fishing, mining, farming, manufacturing, wholesale, retail, etc. The person who do the work of business is called businessman. Features of business. An economic activity. Business is called an economic activity because the main object of the business is earning money in the form of profit. That is why business is called an economic activity. Second, production or procurement of goods and services. Every business enterprises either produce or procure goods or services from producers. Goods may be consist of capital goods or consumer goods. Service may include transportation, banking, insurance, finance, etc. Sale or exchange of goods and services for the satisfaction of human needs. This is the third characteristics of business. Business involves sale or production of goods or services. The production of goods and services for self-consumption is not called business. For example, if a farmer cultivates crops for his family members or for himself, then it is not called business. But when the farmer cultivates crops for others, it is called business. So any activities which is done for sale purpose, it is not called business. Similarly, buying of goods to gift to someone else is not called business. When the goods is buying for the purpose of resale, then it is called business. So there must be sale or exchange of goods and services in the business for the purpose of earning profit. Next, dealing in goods and services on a regular basis. One or few transactions are not called business. When a person do this transaction again and again, then it is called business. For example, if a person sold his house at a profit, then we cannot say this thing as a business because he is not regularly engaged in this type of activities. But when a property dealer sold the property at a profit, then it is called business because he is regularly engaged in this type of activities. Profit earning. The main object of the business is earning profit. If profit is missing in any transaction, then it is not called business. Goods given in charity is not considered as business because profit is absent in this transaction. Uncertainty of return or risk. Business man always bear different types of risk and uncertainty. These risks are change in the demand, change in taste, change in price, change in technology, etc. Businessmen bear all these types of risk. Due to bearing these types of risk, he is rewarded by profit. So it is saying the business, more risk, more profit, no risk, no profit. So there is always possibility of uncertainty and risk in the business. And next, creation of utility. Business create different types of utility. Creation of utility. Next feature of business is creation of utility. Business create different types of utility. These are called time utility, place utility, form utility. So business create these three types of utility: form, time, and place. In the form utility, business converts raw material into finished goods. For example, wheat is converted into flour, flour is converted into bread, wood is converted into furniture. Time utility. There is a time gap between the production and consumption of the goods. Goods is not consumed at the same time when it is produced. There is a time gap between the production and consumption of the goods. And warehousing facility of the business remove time. Goods is storage in the warehouse up to the consumption. Place utility. Goods are produced in some places of the country, but the consumer are scattered in all over the world. By the transportation, goods is removed from one place to another place. By the transportation, it is possible. We can use the Assam and Darjeeling tea in our city also. All these things are possible only with the transportation facility of the business. So these are the features of business. Now, profession. Profession refers those activities in which specialized knowledge and technical skill is required. Without specialized knowledge and technical skill, the work of profession cannot be performed by a person. Every person of the society cannot do the work of profession. Every person of the society can do the work of business, can do the work of employment, but cannot do the work of profession, because specialized knowledge must be required for doing the work of profession. For example, lawyer is a profession in which degree of LLB is required. Medical is the profession in which degree of MBBS is required. So all these profession, it must be required specialized knowledge and technical skill. Without specialized knowledge and technical skill, the work of profession cannot be done by a person. The person who do the work of profession are called professionals. Features of professional. Body of specialized knowledge and technical skill. In the profession, specialized knowledge and technical skill must be required. Without specialized knowledge and technical skill, the work of profession cannot be performed by a person. Next, formalized method of acquiring training and experience. In the profession, there is a formalized method for acquiring training and experience. After acquiring training and experience, a person can do the work of profession. Without this, he cannot work as a professional. Code of conduct. Members of a profession are bound to follow code of conduct. Code of conduct includes rules and regulation which is mentioned by their council. For example, Bar Council of India, Medical Council of India, the Institute of Chartered Accountant of India have prescribed some rules and regulations which are followed by every professionals. Next, priority of service over economic consideration. Every professional given priority in his work over economic consideration. Their main objective is providing services and thereafter earning money. Their main objective is not to earn money without providing services. For example, doctor follows his profession for his living, but social service happens to be his chief objectives. So these are the features of profession. Next, employment. Employment refers those economic activity in which people do the work for others. The person who do the work for others are known as employee. And The reward which is given to employee is known as salary or wages. So in one word we can say that employment is that economic activity in which people do the work for others, not for self, are called employment. And the relationship between employer and employee is master and servant. Employee is the servant and employer is the master. One is order giver and other is order receiver. For example, working in office, banks, insurance companies, shop as a manager, clerk, peon, etc. are the example of employment. Characteristics of employment. Service to others. In the employment, a person always work for others, not for self. Personal service. In the employment, a person always provided personal service. That means he cannot appoint another person on behalf of him. Servant, an employee is always servant and employer is the master. One is order giver and another is order receiver. No risk. In the employment, there is no risk of employee. All the risks are beared by the employer. Next, nature of employer. Employer may be government or non-government. If a person engaged in government service, then he is called government employee. When a person is engaged in private service, he is called non-government employee. Agreement. There must be an agreement between employer and employee for the period of service, and remuneration will be also in written form. No need of capital. In the employment, there is no requirement of capital because all the capital is invested by the employer, not by employee. ये आपको हमने previous class का पूरा short view दिया. अब आगे उसके जहाँ तक कल हमने खत्म किया था उसके बाद से business is an economic activity. By business is called an economic activity. Due to the following reasons, business is called an economic activity. First, profit motive. The main motive of every economic activity is earning money in the form of profit. And any activity which results in earning of money in the form of profit, which is further utilization in the creation of wealth, is considered as economic activity. The main object of the business is earning money in the form of profit. That is why business is called an economic activity, because the main object of the business is earning profit, like economic activity. Second, creation of utility. Business creates different types of utility. Generally, these utility are classified into three parts. First, form utility. Second, time utility. Third, place utility. First, form utility. In the form utility, business converts raw material into finished goods. For example, wheat is converted into flour, wood is converted into furniture. These things are done by the businessman. So, first utility which is created by business is form utility, in which raw material are converted into finished goods. Second, time utility. Generally, there is a time gap between the production and the consumption of the goods. Goods are not consumed at the same time when it is produced. There is a time gap between the production and consumption of the goods. Some goods are produced throughout the year, but they are consumed only in a particular season, like AC, cooler, etc. These are produced throughout the year, but they are consumed only in summer season. Woolen cloths, these are produced throughout the year, but these are consumed only in winter season. Similarly, some goods are produced only in a particular season, but they are consumed throughout the year, like wheat, rice, pulses, etc. These things are produced only in a particular season, but these goods are consumed by the consumer throughout the year. Up to the consumption of goods, goods are stored in the warehouse. The warehouse remove the time utility, time gap or time utility. A warehouse creates time utility. Place utility. Goods are produced in the some places of the country, but the consumer are scattered in the different corner of the country or world. By the transportation, goods is removed from one place to another place. Without transportation, it is not possible to move the goods from one place to another place. Due to the transportation, it is possible. Assam and Darjeeling chai we can also use it in our city. Without transportation, it is not possible. So the economic activity aim to creation of utility for earning money. In the same way, business also create utility for earning profit. Next, exchange of goods and services. Economic activity is concerned with exchange of goods and services for the purpose of earning money. Similarly, economic activity business also exchange, sales or distribution of goods and services for the purpose of earning money in the form of profit. So due to these reasons, business is called economic activity. Profit motive, creation of utility, exchange of goods and services. Due to these reasons, business is considered as economic activity. Role of profit in the business. मतलब profit का business में क्या role है? Business is an economic activity. So the main objective of the business is earning money in the form of profit. This is not only the sole objective of the business, but it is a very important objective of every business. A businessman enterprises earns profit for various reasons. These reasons are as follows. First, survival. The survival of the businessman is dependent upon profit, because this is the only way of his earning. Without profit, a businessman cannot be survived for a long period, because this is the main source of his income, and without income, a businessman cannot survive for a long period. Then the business cannot be survived for a long period. So survival is the first objective, the first role of profit in the business. Business can be survived for a long period when the businessman earns profit in the business. Without profit, a businessman cannot be survived for a long period. Expansion and growth. The another role of profit in the business is expansion and growth. The profit which is earned by the businessman from his business, whole the profit is not used by the businessman for himself use. Only a part of the profit is taken by the businessman for his own use, and remaining profit will be reinvested by the businessman in the business for the expansion and growth of the business. So the expansion and growth of the business is depend upon profit. When the businessman earn more profit, then it is the possibility of more growth and expansion of the business. Without profit, business cannot be expand or grow. Next, symbol of efficiency or index of performance. Profit indicates whether a business is being managed well or not. When a businessman earns profit, that means all the things are done very well. When the business involved in the loss, that means all these things are not doing very well. So profit is the symbol of efficiency. If business is efficient or not. When business earns profit, then business is doing very efficiently. But the fact, when the businessman involved in the loss, that means business is not doing very well, or business is doing in insufficient manner. Reward of bearing the risk. Businessmen bear different types of risk. That is change in demand, change in taste, change in technology, etc. Due to bearing all these types of risk, the reward which is given to the businessman, this reward is called profit. So profit is the reward of bearing risk by the businessman. Help to get reputation or goodwill. A profit earning company always has a better reputation in the market as compared to the company which are running in loss. Nobody ready to give the loan to the beggar. Loan is given to that person who has some goodwill. The person who does not have any goodwill, he has not obtained any loan, or he has no goodwill. तो profit is the symbol of reputation or goodwill. Yeah, profit helps the businessman in gaining reputation or goodwill. These are the role of profit in the business. Thereafter, objectives of business. The objective of business are classified into three parts. Yeah, there are three objectives of business. First, economic objectives. Second, social objectives. Third, personal objectives. First, economic objective. Economic objective is related with the owner of the business, because business without profit cannot be do for a long period. Business has the following objectives from economic point of view. First economic objective is profit making. The first objective of the business is earning profit. Without profit, a business cannot be survive for a long period. This is the main source of his earning. So the first economic objective of the business is earning profit. Second, creation of customer. The another economic objective of the business is creation of customer. By creation of customer, it means attract more and more customer to buy the goods of his business. Third, innovation. Today, business is facing a developing world. Consumer is becoming more and more diligent day by day. Traditional customers are also very intelligent. So attract a large number of customer, business always innovated a new product so that the customer buy this product and the profit of the business is increased. Second, social objective. In the social objective, we include those objectives which are related with the society, because businessman doing his business in the society, and there are some objectives of the business towards society. The objectives of the business towards society are as follows. First, high quality goods at a fair price. The first social objective of the business is provide a better quality goods to the society at a reasonable price. Second, contribution to community development. Today, the objective of the business is not only earn profit. Business have some objectives for the community development. For this purpose, business must contribute various contribution for the development of society. These are businessmen open library, dispensary, educational, etc. Fair return to investors. The another social objective of the business is fair return to investors. Investors are those persons who invest their money into the business. For providing fair return to these investors, this is an social objective of the business. Third, providing employment. The another objective of the business is providing employment, because business earn profit from the society, so it is the responsibility of the business to provide the employment to the person of to the people of society. Next, personal objectives. In the personal objectives, we include those objectives which are doing for the benefit of employee. These objectives are as follow. First, providing good working condition to the employee, providing fair return or fair remuneration to the employee, providing promotion or bonus, etc. to the employee, providing housing facility and medical facility to the family members of the employee. So these are the personal objectives of the business. So the objective of the business are classified into three parts. first economic objectives. This is done for honor. Second, social objectives. These objectives are related with for the development of society. And third, personal objectives. These objectives are related with the employee of the business. So these are the three objectives of business: economic objective, social objectives, and personal objectives. That's all for today.